Hey folks, here we go. This is Double Ravnica Roto Draft. What are we on, man? Round 6 now? Something like that. Our opponent is Harry on Green-Blue Science! This hand would be good if we had any red mana. I don't think we can keep the mono-white hand, though. Let's try something else. Alright, red mana, and 4 drops. Whatever, give it a shot, I guess. Pretty sketchy. Do not need another mountain. Don't want none of them mountains. Alright, this guy not look pretty good if we have that white mana. Oh hey, that'll be pretty good if we had white mana. At least we have blue, so that's something. I was playing Triple Mirrodin Draft online earlier with almost an even split of 2 colors and got completely color screwed in 2 games, so maybe it's just not my day for actually having colors. But at least we have a Rakdos Pit Dragon next turn, so that's pretty good. Oh snap, white mana. In that case, I think it's Fireman this turn and then Sky Knight next turn. And attack with Battalion, although that does not kill the Biomancer. I feel like just starting to get free Lightning Helixes is a good plan, though. They'll also turn on the Battalion on 5 for Striker. Stop a blocker. Okay, that's pretty terrifying, actually. Let's just start stacking Master Biomancers. What could go wrong? So of course we can't attack profitably with Battalion. Because we can only stop one of them from blocking. So what do? It could be Frontline Medic and not Lightning Helix because there's only 1 white. It could be Medic anyway, I think that's alright. Medic anyway, and then have Indestructibility next turn, although those Biomancers are going to start adding up. Yeah, I'm not really sure what the plan is here. Get run over by elf wizard mutants, I guess. Alright, well, when one Master Biomancer every upkeep isn't enough, why not get two? Seems pretty good. Alright then. So, with the Fireman trigger and the actual Lightning Helix, I can kill the 4/6/1 at least, which will stop that one from spawning. But there's still an 8/10 and another one that's spawning. So, yeah. I feel like racing even with Double Strike from Sunhome is not really an option, with 8/10s and larger running around. So he can still block, yeah, Medic takes 7. We are gaining some life, so there's some chance of some kind of race going on. He's still attacking for a lot. Harry's deck needs a few pieces to come together to work, but when they come together, you get 12-14 Elf Wizard Mutants. Mana Bloom doesn't really do much. Not really sure what he's planning to do with that. Why cast it for 2? I guess he's got something to do for 2. And by 2, I mean 3, of course. In the 2 slot, he's got Plex Manta, Coiling Oracle. 3, he's got Biovisionary. Cyto Shape, does that do anything? Oh, they're all the same creature, so no. Plexcaster Frogling. I don't know. He can also Court of Calling, invoke something for a 3-drop. No attacks. Interesting. So I think what we do is attack with Striker, Avenger, and Frontline Medic, get the Battalion. If he blocks with Biomance, with a 2-4, no, it doesn't make any sense either. Because he's blocking with... Alright, make one of the big ones can't block. If he blocks the 2-4, we can give Double Strike and kill it. So he probably won't block. Takes 7 if we double strike the 2-2. No, we double strike the 3-3. 6, 7, 8. Leaves him at 4. If we hit him with the Avenger, that makes it 1. Leave him at 1. And we have 1 blocker to survive another turn. I think that works. Amazingly, we could have countered the Mana Bloom with Frontline Medic. Not that that's worth it. Oh, start of combat. Oh, okay. I didn't actually know you could Cyto Shape opponent's creatures. That's kind of special. So is that worth attacking then? He can still block one of them. He can still block 1. If he blocks 2, we kill his guy with double strike. We leave black back. Leave back. Leave back Skynet Legionnaire to chump and not take like 25 damage in a turn. That sounds bad. Or I could just accidentally click through combat. Okay, that works too. Good start. Wow, okay. Well, on the plus side, Rakdos Pit Dragon is helping. And we have 2 pumpables, so he could actually trade with this 8-10. If that seemed like a thing. So here, have a 24-26. Of course, I'd rather keep the Pit Dragon alive to attack next turn with double strike and fire breathing. Sounds decent. He's going to draw a million cards? Is that mandatory? No, it's optional. Okay. So he did not just randomly deck himself. So, draw as many cards as you want. How many cards would you like to draw, sir? You want cards? We got your cards here. How many cards do you even draw in this situation? Just, most of them? All of them? What is he even looking for? "47, 47 Fathom Mage." Yup. Alright, so 18 cards in hand, 10 cards in library. Top deck, Sword of Body and Mind. Oh wait, that's next block. Land for turn, sure, why not? You probably have some in hand. Simic Signet. Because what else do you do when you have 100 power on the board? Oh no, it's a flyer. That might actually be relevant. That's unfortunate. That is a very large flyer. Alright, 150 power on the board. Whatever. Now go to attacks. Okay. So what's our plan? Just try to get 12 damage with flying. It's gotta be what it is. He is tapped out except for that 1 mana bloom charge. Which he has no 1 mana instants. So how does the damage raise look? We got Firefist can say the Trigon can't block. We've got 3 from Avenger, 2 from Legionnaires 5. Pay for flying on the Pit Dragon, and then pump it twice, and hope we can get that last card out of our hand that we draw. For the Hellbent is more than enough, around 15. So that means chump block with Frontline Medic. And we should be good as long as we can get that last card out of hand. This is 20 damage incoming. We're still at 20 life, but that's not really relevant right now. There's no reason to keep this medic around. Indestructible is not relevant at all. Take 8. Drum roll. Discard a lot of cards. If this is something like a giant Solifuge we draw, I'll be a little bit sad. Mountain would be pretty good. Hey, look at that mountain. Would you look at that? Alright, I think we got this. That was ridiculous showing from the science deck. But I think we have just enough flying to get there. I'll pump this now just in case. case of what? I don't know. Sure. Sure. So, 5-Fist Striker takes, like, 100 damage. But he also secures the win, so it was a good sacrifice, 5-Fist Striker. You did your job well. That was silly. Alright. How did these sideboards look? I don't even know if this is his updated deck list. I don't think he's made any changes. Aether Eyes is bad for us. Dream Leash, maybe. Elusive Krasis can block some things. Mark of Eviction seems annoying. I think that's about all from his side. So, I think we want a counterspell. Life gain not relevant. Burn might be relevant. Destroying enchantments seems good. Turning his stuff to weirds seems good. Stealing things? Do we want to steal his stuff? Guess it's worth a shot. Electrolyze doesn't do a lot. He doesn't have like tiny stuff to kill. I don't think we need all of these 2-drops. Flex Manta. He says. Doesn't have flying. Oh, creatures gain Shroud. Oh, so the Trigon could have blocked. Yeah, that probably would have just killed us, because I don't think we had any other way to deal with that. Alright, what else are we cutting? Aurelius Fury doesn't seem that good here. Let's try without that. Let's try it like this. This hand seems good. And if we're lucky, Harry will not have 150 power on the field this game. So it could happen though. Anything can happen with this deck. Turn 4 Worldspine Worms. Yeah, you got it. Let's run this dude out here. He's back from the dead after getting crushed into a bloody pulp by mutant elf wizards. He's back for another round. No, no, it begins. Let's find a way to kill that. Well then. I guess we can spend Burn and Lightning Helix next turn to do it, but that seems kind of terrible. This turn, if he blocks, we can use either. Also seems terrible. But this card is pretty good, so I think we want it off the board. Turn burn costs 5 to fuse. Alright, well, not much else we can do. We could have played an untapped land and turned it in response to him playing something, but that seems not that useful. Do we kill this in response? Probably, right? If he plays a 2-drop. That means we can't double burn the Biomancer, though. I think let this happen, let him have 4 counters on whatever he's about to play. But then we don't have to deal with it later. I don't like this. Simic Guildmage. Remove a 1/1 counter to draw a card. Okay. Well, he's got some counters to draw cards with. War Leader's Helix is kind of nice. Lets us not double burn something. And then we can turn and burn something next turn. Although burning a Guildmage with counters on it seems kind of bad. We could also attack, see if he blocks, and then Helix this Guildmage, but that means his Biomancer is still alive, which does not seem... Basically, I want this Biomancer dead. There was a lot of Biomancer going on last game, and I don't want to repeat that experience. So let's just do this. And then not attack into the 6/6. Catch and release. We can actually release next turn, but that seems pretty bad all around. Like, just no. We could double burn this Guild Mage, he'll draw another card. Or take 2 life, or pay 2 life, and play Gideon. How much does this cost to fuse? 9 mana. Okay. Well, that probably won't happen. Like, if he untaps, he has the option to just draw 3 more cards, which seems ridiculous. I think we may just have to double burn that Guild Mage, and then attack for 2. Attack first, I guess, whatever. Should have attacked before drawing, he says, yeah. Them extra damage. So this is tons of value for him. He's drawing a card, we're spending 2 cards. But the alternative is even more value, so guess that's what we got. We gain 3 at least, Gideon next turn. He can start giving Shroud now, which makes Catch worse. Although only for things with 1/1 counters on them. Of course, he can graft onto them, which is how this card works. Does Frontline Medic do anything here? I don't really want to just run Gideon out without any defense in front of him. Something I don't like about Gideon is just, okay, plus him and then they just attack back. So it works as a distraction, but not actually doesn't do a lot. So I think it's just play a guy. Not with blue mana. he can graft onto my Frontline Medic if he wants. So Predator doesn't have anything to blow up at the moment. We don't have a lot of stuff for it, but it's a 3/4 flyer that can get trapped. So that's not bad, I guess. The card. Spark Trooper. Okay. I like gaining life. I don't think I actually cast this guy this entire tournament. So, sure. Is Gideon any better? Is it good? Well, he's got 5 power flying right now. So, Gideon's not going to last very long. We don't need to use him as a damage soak. I think it's just Spark Trooper. And then attack with some indestructible guys. Yeah, that. Sadly, being indestructible does not stop him from going away. As cool as that would be. Bam! No blocking for you, Trigon Predator. That'll teach you to show up here. I don't know if he's got a lot of reason to chump there, like he's still at 8, so I think he could have taken extra 2 and have kept the guy around. Okay, how about those 9 lands? It's his turn 8, so he's played a land every turn plus gotten 1 off of Coiling Oracle. For 8 turns. Seems kind of silly. So he does not attack with any of his guys. I guess he's feeling low. So amusingly, if we need to at some point, we can give Gideon haste, gain control of our own permanent. But he's got a lot of blockers. Well, 2 blockers, which is enough. That I would only be dealing 5. The alternative now is just play Gideon and pass, I guess. This card is pretty bad when he can just give haste to, or not haste, shroud to anything he needs to. Or, yeah, I think it's just play Gideon and pass. Or attack with Frontline Medic and see what happens. Maybe that. No, let's just play Gideon. Ideally, he plays something we can catch. That'd be fantastic. Progenitor Mimic. What is that going to be? Dragon Predator? Of course, catching is still not likely because of Graft. Oh, Frontline Medic. Sure. He did not graft, looks like. Did not graft. Alright. Gideon goes to 2. I think that's okay though, if we can just catch this medic of his. Oh, and a char. That's even better. Alright. What tricks could he have up his sleeve? That Plex Manta could be a problem. Simic Charm also gives hexproof, so it's 2 ways. He already spent Cyto Shape. Was that this game? Yes. I think that's all I see is those 2 cards. He can't afford Aetherize. Let's try to catch a Frontline Medic. That gives us 8 attacking power plus the char. I'll throw in this Gideon, because why not? He can still give his Frogling Shroud to stop the Firefist Striker. But that's fine. We have 2 Frontline Medic triggers. Why not? Double Indestructible. Does not give Shroud. Got any tricks? Oh, no tricks. Alright, got there. Well, that was interesting. I don't know if Harry wants to do a video call follow-up. Try to get him here.
Hopefully, it wasn't just pointing up the ceiling.
What's up?
Not much.
That was
first game was fun.
That was kind of ridiculous.
Was it a 48-49 Tygon Predator?
I think so.
46. We're gonna
47 Fathom Mage, I think.
Yeah.
What was your max power on the board? It was 150 or 200, one or the other.
Something like that. Holy God.
Yeah. And
I was worried that I was going to start off slow with that hand, too.
Yeah.
Because it was like 4 land, Verdict Haven, Biomancer, and like one other thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, this is going to be a slow start. I'll probably lose.
I guess when you have 6 Biomancers, that's all you really need, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God, that was great.
You didn't start with the clone effect either? You drew them?
Oh, I started with the Follow the Footsteps. I think that was the other card.
Okay.
But then I drew into the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think if I didn't play the Signet, I would have had the mana for the Plax Manta, and I could have blocked the Rakdos Pit Dragon.
Yeah, and I think that would have just been game, because I didn't have enough blockers to deal with.
Yeah, I didn't think you had quite enough attackers to deal with it.
Right.
Because you would have already had to have attacked to trigger the battalion, and I would have played it in response to give it Shroud, I guess it is.
Yeah, right. To stop to let it block.
Yeah. I guess I played the Signet thinking, for some reason I'm thinking it would just generate a mana.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't have to pay one into it. And I was like, oh crap, wait, that doesn't work like this.
Oh.
After I had played it. So. And I needed to get the Tygon Predator on the field, so.
Yeah. I had basically all my flyers, I guess.
Right. Yeah, well, you had at least 3. And like I said, I could have blocked one of them, and it would have been the Pit Dragon.
Right.
Because you had enough mana to play anything that you drew. And then, of course, a land would have kept you hellbent to keep him having double strike. So.
Right, yeah. I was worried about getting a 4-drop or something and not being able to pump it, but I don't know. I don't know how the math worked out.
Right.
I was like, hey, I'd be nice if I just draw a mountain here. Draw Todd Beck's mountain. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay. Sure. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Did you top deck the catch, or did you have that already?
I had it for a while.
Okay.
I was debating the merits of playing Gideon and then catching my own Gideon to give him haste, but there wasn't any point of that. So.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, and I thought about not attacking with the Cloudfin Raptor too. But I ended up just saying, okay, well, I have at least 2 blockers back, and then you took it. I was like, oh shit, I'm done.
It would have helped you if you grafted onto your copy of Medic to shroud it.
Yeah, and I sat there debating that too, but I was like, then I'll only have a 1/1.
Yeah. And
yeah.
I don't know if you can really expect to play around catch that much either.
No, I really wasn't. Like at that point, I was like, look, I can't really play around everything. I just have to go for it.
Right. Pick the worst ones.
Yeah, and I thought about it because then it'd be a 4/4, and it could block your medic at the very least, and just bounce it. You know, if you started attacking with 3 and giving everything indestructible, but I don't know. I figured you had enough burn spells, but then again, you used most of them. So
I was really sad about that. I was like, well, he's drawing a card, and I'm wasting 2 burn spells, but I think this needs to happen.
Yeah. That's all right. And that's what it is. Because after that, I kept drawing land. Like, I think I drew land for 4 or 5 straight turns. Yeah, and even the draw off that was just a forest.
Yeah, I commented on that. It was turn 8 and you had 9 lands, so 1 every turn plus your
the Oracle, yeah.
The Oracle at the beginning. Like that seems like a lot. And
then I had 2 land in my hand.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, I always just kept the forest in my hand. I was like, yeah, so I had nothing at the end. And I went to the more aggro route too, so I brought in the low costs or the low drops and the more aggressive creatures.
Oh yeah. Did you have that Aetherize? I was pretty worried about that.
Yes, I did not have it in hand. I brought it in though.
Right.
Because you're the deck I really kind of worried about with that one. Because you're the slightly more aggressive deck than everybody else.
Right.
But now I think I should just have it in.
Just all the time.
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's just good enough.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and since we can change our deck one more time, I'm just gonna drop the Biomancer or the Biovisionary, I mean, and just play Simic good shit.
Okay.
Because all the good shit hasn't happened with the Biomancer or the Biovisionary. So.
Yeah. The Biomancer though, that card.
Yeah. Now I need one, like in real life. that needs to go into a deck in Commander, and I need to build a deck with it.
Yeah.
That's just how this has to work. Oh god, that, and then I think it was the combination of that and then the Progenitor Mimic, and then just the Follow Footsteps as like icing on the cake.
Right.
For that game. It's just like, oh my god. Because then I split the threats, because then you had to kill one. If you were going to kill one, you had to kill one of them. You couldn't kill the other one, too.
Yeah. And I did that. I was like, well, I'll kill this one. That will stop that one from spawning. But there's still a 10-10, or whatever, an 8-10, and a 12-14, and they're still coming.
And they're still coming. God damn it. Yeah,
I was like, everywhere.
I was confused, because I was like, wait, how did this Biomancer get 3 damage on it? I was like, oh, because he pointed the Fireman Angel at it, not me.
Right.